Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Nerd Chat here on Electro Ninja's Lab. I am here with my fellow host,
I'm Jack.
and of course, we are talking about Pokemon Legends ZA, and specifically our first thoughts on the game. So Jack, what are your what was your first few thoughts, just for shits and giggles?
Wow.
Fair.
And I mean, it's so pretty.
It
It
really
really is.
is. And I've actually heard a few things. Firstly, we both are playing on the Switch too. Um, but we've heard that it's not too bad, or at least I have. I've heard that it's not too bad on the Switch itself. Um, so that's good. I'm glad that it's not like something where, yeah, it's on both systems, but good luck playing it. I've heard, like I said, I've heard that it's been at least decently optimized for the Switch as well, which is fantastic. Um, but yeah. Also, so let's go over where we are in the game because we have not finished the game. Neither of us have. Um,
Nope.
so firstly, what rank are we? So I am currently rank E, but I'm about to go up to rank D. And Jack?
I'm rank F.
Yeah. And you just got up to rank F, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And for the record, as to what exactly happens with that, you basically go from rank V all the way up to rank F. So it's not like it's you have to like we haven't. There's still a good amount of game left that we have to play. Um, my highest level is in the 50s. But I'm not necessarily actually at that point yet. um, I think like as far as the average level Pokemon, most of them are like in their 40s for what I'm dealing with. My highest, yeah, Wild Zone 13 is my highest number Wild Zone, and its Pokemon are 36. So, yeah. So I've grinded a bit out of levels for my main Pokemon, and then in terms of Mabel's research, my level is level 29. What's yours, Jack?
Hold on. I'm in another cutscene.
Okay, but you did say that your highest level wild area is 10, correct?
Yes.
So in terms of that, where is that? That is level 29 or above. So yeah. Um. So yeah, it's not like it's the worst. It's not too bad. Um. And you kind of, it's kind of interesting, like a lot of different things with it. Um. So as far as what wild areas you can go to, I think you can go all the way up to level 6 once you're able to freely roam. So, yeah, I think that's where the first one. I think that's that's the highest level that you can go to.
Okay. Mabel's research level 12.
You're level 12. Yeah, and granted, you've probably been like mostly focusing on the story compared to me mostly focusing on getting Pokemon and um, doing a lot of battles, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Which I do have to say, I like the way that they're handling the Pokedex versus Mabel's research. Because obviously the Pokedex, cool, it's like all this stuff. Obviously, you're going to be going after all these different things that you're going to be wanting to get. Obviously, you're going to want to fill your Pokedex. And then Mabel's research actually does a little bit more, where it's like, obviously, the first thing is filling your Pokedex, and filling your Mega Evolution Pokedex. But then, when it comes to a lot of your, there's also catching certain numbers of different types. There's evolving Pokemon with items, evolving Pokemon via link trades, which we should probably do at some point.
Yeah.
Winning Pokemon battles, which I've heard is the hardest of them. Smashing Mega Crystals, which, to be fair, you need a lot of Mega Crystals, so smashing every Mega Crystal that you come across is probably a good idea. Supposedly, it does get easier to smash Mega Crystals later on, but yeah. Oh, can we talk about the Heracross that you can get pretty early in the game? You know what its name is, right?
Oh, I forgot, but it's like
It's Boys.
blah.
Well, who cares? It's Boys. It's it's spelled like boys. So that's pretty much like, obviously, yes, it's supposed to be moi for because French, but it's spelled like boys. And every American who uses boys religiously, such as us, sees that and it's just hilarious. I don't, yeah. I know it's not, I don't think it was intentional that they chose to name him Boys. I'm pretty sure they probably intended to have him be named, like you said, Bois? Is that what you said?
Blah.
Okay. Which, obviously, you speak at least a little bit more French than I do, so... i.e. a lot more French than I do. But, yeah. So, yeah. I'm fine with it, but yeah, Boys is just hilarious. A lot of people are, I laughed my ass off, and I've seen that several other people have also laughed their asses off as soon as seeing that. So, I guess it's just not as funny to people who actually know French. But, yeah. Also, how do you feel about the character customization in this game?
I love it, frankly.
Yeah. Like, obviously there's the hairstyles, and, like, from the get-go, you're able to do a lot of customization. Let me see here. You're not able to, like, adjust your hairstyle until until you're a little bit into the game, but, like, let me see here. Like, from the get-go, you're able to, get, like, a good number of eye shapes. You have, like, a ton of different eye colors. You could change your eyelashes, your eyelash color. For obviously your eyebrows and that, lip color, which, like, great for people who want to do that. You can change beauty spots as well as freckles. I like freckles; they're fun. And then you can also give your character dark circles, which I think is just kind of hilarious.
That is hilarious.
So, yeah. So there's that. And then once you get the hair salon unlocked, you get like way more options in terms of hair designs and hair colors. Obviously, there are a lot more designs that are kind of more aimed at the girls than there are for the guys. And then there's also a few, like just for an example, I'm using the slicked back hairstyle for most of my playthrough, but that's like, in my opinion, that's probably like the best design for someone who is wanting to have their hairstyle be masculine, unless you maybe you can go for braids, but I don't know. but most of the girl hairstyles.
I went with the pixie cut.
You went with the pixie cut, yeah. So, yeah, what is the undercut pixie, or is it the different one?
Undercut pixie.
Yeah,
Because
like
that's kind of what I have actually going on.
Yeah. So, like, obviously, there's all sorts of different really cool ones. Obviously, there's the different bangs, the hair colors, which you get more, actually. So, currently, I'm rocking the aqua. I started with using teal. And then, obviously, you can also do blocking, which each hairstyle has a different way of doing blocking, and each one has a different balayage? How is that pronounced?
Balayage.
Balayage, thank you. Which you can only have one. You can only have color blocking and balayage for one type. So you can only have one of them, not both of them, which is a little bit disappointing, but whatever. And then you can adjust your eyebrows and stuff like that. And I think that you can't when you first create your character. Obviously, you can choose your frickin' eyebrows and stuff like that. But yeah, and then later, like I said, there is a side quest to unlock by bringing your by bringing Flababies to this one lady. You can get like a whole bunch of extra hair colors. And
Oh, nice.
yeah. So doing side quests is important. The side quests will actually unlock all sorts of different things for you. Like, obviously, they like I said, they unlock hairstyles. Once you unlock, you start doing mega evolutions. You start getting, you get this one quest, which I have not even finished because it's quite a long quest line. But you can battle this one lady with different mega evolutions, and each one will give you a different what is it? Contacts? Is that what it is? Looks. Yeah, different color contacts. So like you can get Black Void, which is just absolutely creepy. You can get Starry Eyes, Love Struck, Fired Up. Like, I think pretty much all of the standard colors you get right away, but then by doing the Mega Evolution battles, you get, like, these ridiculous ones. Like I said, Black Void is just... That is just creepy. Basically, your eyes just turn completely black. Like, you can still see your iris in there, but it just makes you look like a demon, and I kind of love it. I'm not rocking it yet, but because I'm not going full spooky yet. I am probably going to switch to a spooky outfit at some point in the game. But, yeah.
Wow.
So far, what is your favorite Mega Evolution?
I've only got Mega Absol right now.
Oh, okay. So you haven't... Yeah, that's fair. You haven't gotten that far. Obviously you've seen Mega Drampa, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah. It's kind of insane because you start as soon as you do that, you start seeing a lot more Mega Evolutions. Like just for an example as to what I've seen. So obviously, your starter Pokemon gets a Mega Evolution, Mega Meganium for both of us because we both decided to go with Chikorita, right?
Yes.
So, each of the starters gets a Mega. Honestly, I've seen what the other two look like, and I'm not too thrilled. I think they kind of didn't do their best work when it came to the starter Mega Evolutions. I think Meganium looks the best of the three, but I also can see why people would choose the other two. So, yeah. But yeah, so I've seen Mega Beedrill, Gyarados, Manectric, Gardevoir, which you should have if you haven't, if you just do it's just a gift Pokemon right now, so you should probably get that. Manectric, like I said, Mega Victory Bell, which we've seen through the trailers, which is it's even more hilarious in game. When you fight it, it's basically just standing in the middle, and it just unleashes these massive poison attacks, and it's terrifying. Mega Manetric, like I said, Mega Bayonet, Mega Camerupt, Mega Excadrill is freaking amazing. It basically enlarges its drill heads, which I love. Obviously Mega Garchomp, Sableye, Absol, Slowbro. I've seen Electros, haven't gotten it yet. It's fun. Basically, it creates like these 2 extra eels alongside it, and their heads swap between plus and minus, and it's just I love it. It's such a cool Mega Evolution. I really want to get it. But I'm still working on it. Obviously the Mega Charizards, Mega Abomasnow, Mega Hawlucha, which we've seen, Mega Aerodactyl, Mega Drampa, Mega Greninja, which is you just need to do some battles in order to get some of the online battles. Have you tried that out yet?
No.
Okay. So, probably a good thing. I would not recommend going into that until you have unlocked Mega Evolution and have 3 Pokemon that you can Mega Evolve with. Because it's... pretty much everyone going into that is using Mega Evolutions.
Yeah.
But it's still a lot of fun getting to mess around with that and, catching the different, just dealing with each of the different megas, and seeing what different megas people are going with. For the most part, you are going to see people going with like the starters. So I haven't seen Meganium is relatively less common, but I've seen both Emboar and frickin' Feraligatr. I've seen some Meganiums, like I said. And then they'll usually go with the other starters. You're not going to see anyone using... I think the most common Mega of the Kanto starters is the Charizards. I've seen both Charizards happening. Everyone over K starts using Mega Greninja. But it's a fun little game mode, and I recommend at least giving it a chance. Work until you get... because, like I said, when I did it, I basically went from rank... I only got 2nd place my first 2 times, and I got all the way up to T. Which is kind of insane to think about, that you can get that high that early.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Let me see here. Blah, 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 blah. I'm forgetting things. Okay. So, another thing that I think is kind of interesting is you do not necessarily... so when it comes to the Mega Stones, obviously they do still take up an item slot, which I think that's fine. I think that is it's protects the people from abusing that. Could you imagine if you could not only have a Mega Stone, but also have a frickin' have an item on your character as well, or on your Pokemon as well? That would just be so overpowered. I don't know how. I'm glad that they still have that as the prevention. But yeah, I'm glad that the Mega Stones as well. You can obviously collect all of the Mega Stone. Once you collect each Mega Stone, you can always put it on any Pokemon that you have. I'm not sure. I want to check something actually. Where are my... I have 2 victory bells, I think. Where are my victory bells? Why am I not seeing my victory bells? Okay, there's one. Move. There's the other one. Okay, I'm just doing a quick test. So, let's see here. Satchel. Okay, so you are unable to, so you can only have one, if you have multiple of a Pokemon, you can only use one of them to Mega Evolve, and the other one cannot, which I think that's a reasonable thing to do. So I would recommend that if you can, go for an Alpha, and if you can, if you really want to show off, go for an Alpha Shiny, and then it's just like, yeah. For your Mega Evolution. But yeah, so like, currently my Victory Bell is an Alpha one. But yeah, you can do quite, it's honestly really fun. Also, shinies. Shiny hunting is probably going to be significantly easier than it used to be. But also at the same time kind of challenging. Because obviously when you do when you go into shiny hunting, it saves them. So your shinies will not disappear until you interact with them, whether you battle them and kill them, or you or they just run away, which is so disappointing because, like, I wish that shinies wouldn't run away, because my first shiny of this game was a frickin' shiny Abra, and I could not catch it because it frickin' ran away. And
that sucks.
Yeah, like I threw one Pokeball, caught it, but it just immediately got out of there. Sorry about that. But yeah, you're so if you so be very aware. I would recommend saving. And truthfully, I didn't even realize that it was shiny until it was too late. Like I threw my Pokeball at it because I wanted an Abra, and it was also my first Abra that I was seeing, so it just made it. So it just really put salt in the wound. But yeah. I don't know. Speaking of, what am I doing? But yeah. Oh, how do you, that's another question. How do you feel about it being all in one city? And pretty much once you are able to free roam, you're able to go everywhere.
True.
Like, how do you feel about that? Compared to, like, how it used to be?
I like it.
Okay. I think that there are certain things that I would change about it. I think, like, for one, I think that it is a great option, but I also feel like I think that there still should be a bit more open area. Like, one thing that I would like to see, and I don't know, they might do this in Mega Dimensions, but having like a wide open area where you can actually do a whole bunch of different random shit, I think that would be fun. I understand why they didn't do it for this, because the city is really freaking massive. And yeah, I don't know. Also, I have not yet seen anyone talking about a rideable Pokemon yet. So I'm a little bit disappointed about that. but at the same time, I also kind of understand what they're doing. Have you seen anything online about people having Mega Evolution, or not Mega Evolution, having their having some Pokemon that they can ride on?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Like, granted, it's not that difficult to get around. Obviously, you have your dash, you have your roll. So that's fine, the way that they have it. But I still would like to see something where you're able to, I don't know, ride on something. I'd like, if I, like, just for an example, I am in, while we're talking, I'm gonna go ahead and run down one street, from basically the tower to the edge of the map, and see what just we'll see how long that takes. Even so, yeah. I don't know. Like, obviously, like, already it's taking a while, but it was taking so long for me to just get to the tower that I teleported, and I think that that's gonna be something that a lot of people are. I feel like I'm glad that they put a lot of different teleportation spots around, but at the same time, if it takes you so long to just get to the edge of the city, I feel like that's they could increase speed, and I think that amount would be helpful. So okay, so I just got so I just flew from yeah. I think that was like a good minute or two, maybe a full minute, just to go from the tower to the edge of the map. And like, granted, that's not bad. Especially like compared to Paldea, you can it takes like 10 minutes to fly across the map on your Miraidon or Koraidon. So it's not bad. It's a good amount of space, but at the same time, I can see a lot of people having issues with that, and I feel like they should have at least implemented some Pokemon to ride around on pretty early in the game, rather than the just sprinting around the town and flight. Like, luckily, when it comes to the flying around and stuff, there are a shit ton of places that you can teleport to. You go into a Pokemon Center, you unlock it. You unlock it as a flight area. You run by a cafe, you unlock it as an area. You walk into any most of the buildings around the world, you're able to teleport. You're able to fly to. Pretty much most of the restaurants, actually, you're able to fly to. You just need to go into them at least momentarily, and then you will get and then you unlock the ability to fly to them. So that's good. And apparently I've actually looked into it a little bit. There are actually more restaurants that I just haven't seen yet. So yeah. Also, have you done anything with the colorful screws yet?
I have a couple, but I haven't done anything with them.
Okay, so you've already gotten the first thing that you get for the Canary plushes. So basically, the way that works, I feel a little bit weird about it, but basically you get these plushes of this streamer girl, and each one gives you like a different buff. So you start off with the red one, which gives you a bit of a boost to EXP, and eventually you want to get to maximum, where it will be basically a gold version of the plush. Well, the little charm will have will be gold, and she will be winking. It's so weird. I don't know how to feel about it. I've already gotten like a good number of them, because they are actually extremely helpful. So basically, the red one gives you EXP boost, obviously. Gold will give you money. Pink helps out with mega shards. Green helps you, basically, if you get hit, if your player gets hit, you're less likely to get hurt. And blue makes it easier to catch Pokemon. And so really, the first ones that you should probably go for are the red, the blue, and the gold. Followed probably by pink and green, is what I've seen. And then it's pretty useful. To be fair, you are required to go to Kanari pretty early on in the story, so you will find out where she is. You will find out, or well, not early. She's the first big trainer that you face off against. So if you haven't found where she is, or where you trade in the screws, you will eventually be able to find it, because they will take you there. But yeah, I don't know. It's basically on the it's right in the southeast corner is basically where it is, which I believe is not, no, that so it's right across from your first battle against Zack, which is kind of funny. Also, I have a theory about Kanari. You learn a little bit about her throughout the story, and I kind of think that she might be Bonnie, which is kind of a weird thought.
Huh.
Like, I don't necessarily know if it's true or not, but it'd be interesting if that was actually the case. So far, even I haven't really run into that many characters that I recognize from the previous game. So obviously I've run into, obviously everyone runs into AZ. He's pretty important to the main story of the thing. And then, who else have we, it's pretty obvious that Lita is, Tyrano's, sister. They have the exact same look. She, like, mentions her older brother being a dancer. So it's like, oh yeah, so it's Tyrano. You're Tyrano's sister. Gotcha. Only fans who have played the previous game will actually realize that right away. But yeah. So yeah, Tyrano, she's clearly Tyrano's sister. And that's cool. I'm glad that she's there. And then there is someone else in there that is like such a massive, like, what the fuck? How is he in this? I'm not even gonna tell you who it is because it's just, yeah. I think you're close to when you see him for the first time. I think it might be right after you go up to level F, to rank, or not rank F, to rank E, I think. And I don't want to spoil that for who hasn't played it yet. It's such a mindfuck that that a certain character comes back. And it's like, I would have preferred to see like any other character than this fucker. And he's like trying to make himself seem like a good guy, which is just even more making me want to like punch him in the face. I don't know. Well, yeah. Did you ever play X and Y actually?
I did, yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay, so you're definitely gonna be able to figure out who this guy is. I think like if you hadn't played the game, then you might not realize who he is. But yeah. Um. Also, how do you feel about them properly implementing a shiny catching quest? Obviously they did that in Legends Arceus, and now they're doing it in this. Like, I don't really know how to feel about it personally, because it's like, obviously,
Yeah.
cool. We're getting we're able to see we're able to see a shiny Pokemon, but at the same time, it kind of feels, to me, anyways, kind of bizarre. Like, what do you think?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that quest yet.
Oh, well, you have not done side quests, have you?
No.
You need to do your side quests. They're really fun. Like, obviously you got boys, because that's a required side quest. But yeah, do the side quests. They're fun. But yeah, basically, you get a shiny Mareep. It's basically,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So it's like right outside Wild Zone 1. This kid wants you to find shiny Mareep. It sounds like he's gonna like try and catch it. Or they, I don't know what gender they are. I guess some people have said boy. My first thought was girl. So I think that I'm gonna just say they. But yeah. Oh my gosh, what the frick is with these outfits? There are more and more alphas as you go through this game. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, basically, it's a yeah, required quests to get the shinies. One thing that I do find kind of weird, and I'd like to get your thoughts on this. So there are some Pokemon that are really high up on the rooftops and shit. How do you feel about that? Like, all of the different Pokemon that can be up on rooftops.
I think that's cool.
Okay, so obviously there's birds, yeah, and like certain other flying Pokemon and bugs and stuff like that. You can kind of see that, right?
Yeah.
So, what about Mareep and Flaffy being up on rooftops?
I think it's funny.
My question is just like, how the fuck are they there? Like, I don't know. Like, in what world would a Flaffy or a Mareep be up on up on a rooftop? That's, to me, that's just weird. Oops, I evolved, but that's okay. Where is my... But, yeah, I don't know. To me, like, it's not a bad thing. I'll say that right now. It is not a bad thing that that Mareep and Flaffy's and blah 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 are up on rooftop. It just feels weird. Like the weirdest one is actually there is a Mega Camerupt battle at some later, pretty quickly in the game. I think it's like the first 3 Mega Evolutions that you deal with. You face off against it, and it's just like, what the fuck? Why are you there? Why is a Mega Camerupt all the way up on the top of a frickin' building? I have no words for it. It's just bizarre. But yeah. And you recognize Emma, right? Or did you even deal with her?
I don't recognize her, no.
Okay. So Emma is at the Looker Bureau, which Looker was like like one of these really cool characters that you could deal with in the main in the original game, and he's shown up in multiple Pokemon games, but he's basically this detective, and this is I think technically this is like his last spot, and he basically sets up his bureau, and that's where he's technically supposed to stay. But Emma is basically she's another character that is from the previous game. Basically, she's mind controlled, and Looker saves her, and it's such a cute little story, and I love it. I'm so glad that they brought her in, but I'm also like, where is Looker? Why did she take up the reins of running the Looker Bureau? And why are people not aware of who Looker is? So you, so when you, in that case, were you also confused when she, as to why it was called the Looker Bureau, or were you just like, oh yeah, I know who Looker is?
I kind of knew who Looker was.
Okay, good, because yeah, Looker is pretty. He's been in a lot of games, and obviously he's been in the anime even, which is just like. He's one of those characters that you just, like, if you know, you know, but if you don't know, you have no fucking idea.
True.
Also, I don't know how to feel about all the Trubbish in the city.
Oh, I think it's hilarious.
There's so much. And, like, from what I understand, Paris is a pretty clean city, which just makes it even weirder to me. Like, I understand why, but at the same time, like, why? Why are there so many Trubbish? I feel like there should be less Trubbish in the city, but at the same time, I kind of understand why there's so many. But I don't know. Frick, I don't, I'm trying to think of, like, things that we can talk about for this game. Oh, how do you feel about the fact that the link cable is no longer an item?
That's weird.
Like, I was so looking forward to being able to use the link cable again. And then they're just like, yeah, no, you don't get the link cable back. Yes, you have to trade. You have to trade your Pokemon in order to get certain evolutions. And it's like, but why? I liked the link cable. It's such a good item, and I think that's like, I understand why they originally created it. It was so that people would because the fact that ZA was, or not ZA, Arceus was a single-player game. No ifs, ands, or buts. And they just didn't implement anything that, to properly use Mega Evolution, or not Mega Evolutions, to properly implement your to implement, like, anything to play with other players. So, like I said, I understand why they did it, but at the same time, I'm like, couldn't you still have them in there? Like, I liked them. I liked the link cable. Especially it's especially good, I say, for people who don't have people that they can trade with.
Yeah.
Like, that was a big issue for me for so long. Is obviously I love playing Pokemon, but like when we were kids, especially, like, how many kids in our when we were kids, there really weren't that many people who were playing Pokemon. So we basically just had to grin and bear it, and we would not be able to get any of our cool Pokemon, which was kind of disappointing. I wanted to use my Pokemon, but nope, no allowing to use your freaking Pokemon. I don't know.
Yep.
No Gengar for you. No freaking what are I'm not remembering what the others are. There were so many of those. Let's see. So it was Gengar and Machamp and I don't know. There's so many, and it's just like, granted now we can like trade with each other, and there are ways to trade with just random people. But like back in the day, Pokemon was not popular, like at all. And if you had Pokemon, you're if you asked like the random people at schools, hey, do you have Pokemon so we can trade?
You were a huge nerd.
You were a massive freaking nerd. And like, granted, yes, we were, but
But now Pokemon's so mainstream, you know, like
yeah. Like if you brought your Pokemon game to the now if you bring your Pokemon game to school or whatever, yeah, you're not obviously you'll be able to be like, hey, does anybody have like Pokemon that they can trade with me so I can get my so I can get my Mega Evolution, or so I can get my whatever blah 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 blah. There's so many freaking guys. I can't keep track of them all. But hey, does that yeah, you could basically just be like, hey, does anybody have Pokemon so I can trade so we can trade back and forth? And now it's fine, whatever. But I don't know. I'm not bitter at all. What are you talking about? Oh, the joys of growing up in the yeah. Ah! Fuck! I fell. Yay. But
okay, so Mega Slowbro looks stupid.
yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Dude, it's been around for years. It was in the
I
original
know.
game. Most of the megas are look stupid. Like, and that's kind of their charm. Is like some of them look freaking badass, but others are just like these really derpy bullshit, and I love it. Like freaking Mega Victory Bell is a sack. Freaking what's another stupid one? There's some like yeah, Mega Slowbro is just a top. Like I said, some are badass, some are just derpy as hell, and I kind of love that. Sableye is derpy, but I also love him. He's amazing. But I mean, yeah, you haven't seen Mega Feraligatr yet, have you?
No.
Good. Oh. Oh, it's so derpy. It's so freaking derpy. So basically, it gets like this massive red hood that just sticks up most of the time, and then, like at random intervals, it will basically decide to stop wearing it. It'll basically pull it down. And it becomes like this giant freaking head of freaking so it basically looks like a bigger freaking whatchamadoodle. Totodile. It looks like a massive Totodile. It's just weird, and I love it. But at the same time, it's like so derpy, and I'm just like, I did not want to have that be my main Pokemon for like however long. So instead, I went with Meganium because Meganium is actually kind of cool. But I don't know. I don't know. I like most of the Mega Evolutions, but they're just like, they're so derpy, and just using them throughout the entire game just feels a bit extreme to me. So, yeah.
That's fair.
So, yeah. I don't know. Oh, also, how do you feel about the, there is one shopping center. I think it's on, yeah, I think it's in the, there's one store, one clothing store, that basically will not let you in unless you have, like, a certain fashion ranking, I think. It's just like, the fuck? Fuck you. Like, that makes me not want to be, that just makes me not want to go in there. And it's, like, significantly hard, like, they had this in X and Y, and it was, like, significantly harder. Yeah, I'm afraid boutique couture is for none but the truly stylish. It, like, has this, some of these dumbass clothes. Like, it's a suit. It's like suits and shit. And it's like, well, fuck you. Part of me wonders actually. Here, let's do something. I want to test something. Let me put on my trench coat. Wait.
What color trench coat did you get?
Well, it's my I have a freaking whatchamadoodle. I have a setup, or I got a free version of it, because of the or because I pre-ordered my game from GameStop. So, let's see. Does this work? No, fuck you. I want my. Why can't my trench coat work for this? Jackass. Ay. Wait, what? Where's my... Where are my pants? Oh, that's why. Okay, that's a weird way to handle it. Huh? Where's the... Weird. I don't know what that's about. But, yeah. Okay. Back to my regular outfit. That's weird. Okay. But yeah, they do all these, I don't know. They, like, I'm fine, I don't know. There's just some weird shit about this game. And I do think that, I do have to say, I do love the game. But it also has, like, certain aspects of it that's just like, oh yeah, this is so, like, frickin' the original X and Y. And it's just like, I wish that that certain aspects of it weren't. Also, how do you feel about the fact that some areas look like they should be entrances into wild areas, but they're just not? Or have you noticed that?
I haven't noticed that. That's weird.
Yeah. So, from the looks of it, it's basically, if the entrance connects to a kind of a dip street, then it will, then you can enter from there. If it comes in from a non-dip street, so basically just a pathway. So if you go to Area 1 is like the best example of this. Like there's basically this one little area where there's clearly this pathway that it's kind of like a back alley, but there's clearly a pathway, and yet for whatever reason there's just no gate there. And it's just bizarre. So on one side of the one of the battle arenas, there is an entrance, and then on the other one there isn't. But there is like that pathway that is clearly distinguished as this is a pathway, and yet for whatever reason you can't enter It like cuts into the actual wild area, but you just can't access the wild area from there. I don't know how to feel about it. It drives
Weird.
me crazy. Also, I think it's funny. So Hotel Z has, how many floors is that? 6 floors, I think. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 6, and then there's the roof. Or maybe the roof is like part of that. Let me see. But you only have access to like 3 of the floors. Yeah. Oh. Debatably 7. Debatably 7. 7 floors and then the roof. But like you can only access like 3. I don't know. You can only access 3. You can access the lobby. You can access the your floor, which is the 2nd floor, or you can access the roof, and that's it. And I feel like you should be able to access more area of Hotel Z. Maybe you will later. But you're also only able to access your own room, which I think that's fine. But it kind of feels like if that's the case, just like use the frickin'. If you're only going to be really able to access your own room, why does the hotel, the elevator, take you up to the 2nd floor, and then there's like 3 other rooms? I don't know. I don't know. It feels weird to me. Lobby. Also, what do you think of her, Tawny / Urbane's cooking?
I think it's interesting.
It's a curry and croissants, and I kind of love it, but at the same time, I'm just like, huh, that's odd. That's an odd way to handle it. Like, like, at least when it came to the, mochi in frickin', Arceus, it at least made a little bit of sense. Like, yeah, sure, mochi, great, that makes sense. I'm glad that you get to have, like, mochi with your, like, it's a classic, Japanese cuisine, and the fact that it's in an area that was based on Hokkaido, that makes sense. But I don't know. But I don't know. I kind of wish that you could go into Lumio's Tower, like, at the beginning of the game. I've heard the rumors that it is at the post-game. That's basically where the boss fights are gonna be. But I kind of wish that you could just go into Lumio's Tower whenever you want, because that just feels like it would be so freaking cool. But yeah. Also, another thing that is worth mentioning, the shiny charm is supposedly like really freaking challenging to get in this game, which not too surprising. I think in Arceus you just had to catch everything. You didn't have to like, or no, you didn't have to catch everything. You had to get them to their Pokeball stage or whatever it was for the when it came to Arceus to get to shiny. Like, granted, that's still a challenge in Arceus, but supposedly like you have to do like all these extra things like battling certain number of trainers and all these different dealybobs, and basically fully completing Mabel's research. And it just kind of makes sense that she is, like, because she is such an evil bitch. Um, I don't know. I feel like that's, like, another thing that just is so bizarre to me. Why is she not in jail? Like, she was a member of Team Flare. And not just a member, she was an admin of Team Flare. And yet she's one, she's not in jail. And two, she's running the frickin' yeah, she's running the lab right now. Like, she's clearly not. She's the acting director, is what they said, of the lab. Which does mean that Sycamore is still the director of the lab. He's the main professor. But so Sycamore is still the professor. That has been confirmed. He's still there. Well, they say that it's the previous director, but it's just like. But she has said that she's the acting director. But the fact that that Sycamore would let someone like her, one, not be in jail, but also two, be the main leader of the be the professor. And not only that, she has the fucking emblem everywhere in the lab.
She does. It's true.
Like, she has like, her secretary's desk has the emblem, which kind of makes me think that it's another member of Team Flare. Her computer has the Team Flare logo. Her fucking gamer chair has the frickin' logo. Like, what the frick? Like, it makes me want to check, like, every single spot in the frickin' place to see, like, what has Team Flare's symbol. I don't think that anything else does, but, like, you shouldn't have someone who was a member of an evil team being the frickin' leader of, like, an extremely reputable thing. Like, the professor's lab is supposed to be, like, where many trainers will come to get their first partner Pokemon. And yet, there it is, just in the middle of the frickin' town, being run by someone who was literally a villain. And she wasn't, I don't know. I feel like it's bizarre to me. At least it's not Lysander. But, yeah.
Did you go and get your second starter?
I have I have 3 starters. Actually, I have all of the Kalos starters already. But yes, I have all.
Did you go to the lab?
Yes, so I have, I got Charizard.
Of course.
Well, I mean, what else are you gonna go for? Like, Blastoise is like...
Squirtle?
Huh?
Squirtle?
I mean, sure, you could go for Squirtle, but... I wanted to use, I wanted to use Greninja, especially since it would be the first one to get its Mega Stone. And we'll be able to get the other Mega Stones eventually. Unfortunately, you just can't... You should not go for Bulbasaur. In case you don't know about that, well, I don't know if that's actually true, but maybe it's based on what starter you have, what starter you choose, but for, that starter that you choose. But the Stone Emporium has like a whole bunch of Mega Stones, and for whatever reason, it doesn't have Venusaur. So, I don't know, maybe if you choose Venusaur, then it will actually have it. Or if you choose Squirtle, then it will have it. And then maybe the Mega Charizards are separate. I don't know. It feels weird to me. I'm hoping that it is just something like, oh yeah, it's based on which starter you chose from her, which one is actually in the Stone Emporium.
Yeah.
But yeah. Also, The fact that how do you feel about the fact that the Stone Emporium is also how you get the frickin' fossils? First-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's gonna be another quest that's gonna come pretty quickly, from the lab. You need to go to the lab. You talk to them, and then they'll be like, "Yeah, go to the Stone Emporium and get the frickin' fossils." You don't dig the fossils up in this game, which I just kind of feel disappointed by, honestly.
That is weird.
I was like, I understand why. If it's in the city, it makes sense that you won't be able to use your you wouldn't be able to dig up fossils, but yeah. Also, supposedly, the shiny charm does not actually affect the fossils, on whether or not they're shiny or not. So, dude, so yeah, spend your money on getting those fossils. If you want the shiny fossils, you need to start, yeah. And also, I don't know if any of them can be alpha. I don't. That's another question that I'm like kind of curious about. If there is a way to get like alpha fossil Pokemon. I don't know. Let's see if I got any shinies. Probably not, but I don't think that any of them were shinies. Nope, none of them were shiny. That's fine. Oh, Joyce. But, speaking of shinies, have you caught any shinies yet?
Nope.
Okay. So, what I recommend that you do, so obviously, one, do the Flaffy quest. Or not the Flaffy quest, the Mareep quest. Because that is a guaranteed shiny, and you will always catch it. Like, you throw a Pokeball at it, you will catch it. So, yeah. Where is he actually? There he is. But yeah, so because of that, I have a shiny Ampharos, and he's great.
Nice.
And then, so that's obviously like really easy, but then there's actually there's a really easy way that you can just get shinies. So if you go to Area 3, Wild Area 3, you can go up to the for one, it's a small area, so cool shinies. But if you fly away from any, if you basically keep flying to a specific area, you will get there's a pretty good chance that you'll get a shiny. But Wild Area 3 has like this special little area that makes things so much easier. You can basically go up the tower and basically just hold down on your controller, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get at least one shiny after just a little while, because it reloads the entire area several times. And then once you've gotten a certain because of the fact that up to 10 shinies will be saved into the game, you're pretty much guaranteed to at least get one shiny, unless all 10 of your shinies are somewhere else, which is a decent possibility early in the game. So, or actually, like, just in general, the fact that probably at least one of your 10 shinies is anywhere else is sadly pretty high. But yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. I just kind of wish that there were more but yeah, I use that technique just for like a few minutes a while ago, and I got a shiny alpha Litleo, which I have now evolved into a Pyroar, and I'm going to use it at some point as a Mega, and I am so ready for that. But yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I love that freaking that it's a freaking amazing Pokemon. Yeah, great Pokemon to just get. And I don't think like granted that's not a lot. There's not a whole bunch of Pokemon that are in there. It's basic. What is it right now? It's Skiddo, Pancham, Litleo, Esper, Flabebe, and Pikachu. So, probably the hardest one to shiny hunt would be Esper because they all run away. But if you go for like any of the other ones, you've got a pretty good chance. And that's like I said, that's the easiest way to shiny hunt. The second easiest way is basically find a wild zone and basically just keep teleporting back to it multiple times until you frickin' until all of your shinies have spawned there. But yeah. Anyways, we've been recording for about an hour, and we're not really talking too much about different things. We've been clearly distracted by actually playing the game. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll talk more about it once we've actually finished the game. And so yeah, this one has been relatively less spoilery. I'm expecting us to talk more about spoilers in in a future one. I'm not certain if it's going to be next week or if it's going to be like a few weeks from now. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's Nerd Chat. I've been Electro Ninja, he's been Jack, and we will see you guys in the next one. But on